All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 6 of the Rocket League Honor League 2020. This is going to be week 2 of our competition. Last week saw plenty of unhealthy ass clappings with a lot of games not even being close. A lot of games just being pure blowouts. Tonight we see a match between Sean's Cuddle Buddies and Spinny Boys. Both undefeated so far, but it's quite the case that Sean's Cuddle Buddies have looked the part of MVP moving through this tournament. You see right off the bat, Joey tries to go in and get some aggression on the ball, but is blown up. Ball just kind of being kicked around at this point. Kale trying to set up a shot. Crushinator diving at it, but missing. Phil gets the contact on the ball to push it over to the far wall. Ball's up the wall. Kale getting good contact on it to push it back over towards the goal, trying to stay aggressive. Spinny Boys know they have to be aggressive if they're going to stand a chance in this match. Another explosion. This time looked like that was on Kelly. Crushinator taking the explosion there. Kal-El and Veggie Medley doing their best to just, again, stay aggressive on that ball and keep it over on that red side. Crushinator having none of that to keep it back over on the blue. Ooh. Nice little nose collision there as Crushinator drives in the first goal of tonight, folks. That's going to be 1-0 with 4 on the clock. Nice little kiss there before he drives that into the goal. All right, so we're up 1-0 in favor of Crushinator's Sean's Cuddle Buddies. Crushinator getting that good contact on the ball to just send it over far right to get himself set up. Going to try to use that to drive the ball, but it pops up in the air. He's going to do what he can with it, kicking it over towards the goal to set up a shot. Veggie Medley getting in the way. Joey kicking that back over. Phil coming in with a great tail whip to set up a shot, and Crushinator taking it to get the teamwork to score the goal. We are up 2-0 here in our first match. This is Game 6, Week 2 of Honor League 2020. Still got a lot of time here with 3:47 up on the clock for Team Blue. Good even hit on that, just sends it far over to the side. Then Red Team coming in to get contact on it. Team Blue doing their best to clear that ball out of the way, but Crushinator hanging back to get some good contact. Misses on that one, but Phil coming in with the tail whip. Crushinator getting a good shot off that ball. Is anybody going to be there to defend it? As Crushinator sends it to the goal for goal 3. We have 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this match, and it is already 3-0. At this point, it's undoubted that Kelly is the league's MVP. Scoring double-digit goals in several matches, blanking several opponents, not even allowing Fuck Honor Boys to score a singular goal in their last match, sending them down to the loser's bracket out of the round robin. Our former so-called MVP had 2 matches to try and secure a win and could not do so. So, leaves you to wonder what claim he even has to a name such as MVP. As we're speaking about him, Crushinator goes, and with the long from downtown shot, sends that straight into the goal. This is that sweet, sweet goal action that we've come to expect from our MVP. So Crushinator's got his team up 4-0. Crushinator getting in there with a side swipe, just trying to get that ball over into a scoreable area, kicking it over into that corner. Joey getting some contact on it, sending it back down. Phil coming in to try to get some contact on it. Phil trying to get in on this ball so as not to be the most carried man in America. The ball kicked up into the air, coming back down. Coming to center goal. It's getting set up. Is Veggie Medley going to be able to make anything of it? Crushinator not having a good defense on that ball with a side body swipe, kicking it back over. Singularly driving it down, getting good contact up on the wall to set up a shot. Nothing doing as Fomir explodes right before he reaches the goal. Team Blue kicking it off, getting it back over onto that side, and Crushinator staying on top of that ball. We see Kale drive in the first score of the night for Blue Team. We have a 4-1 game, folks, with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. Good score, a lot of speed on that. A determined drive. Phil doing his best to get in there. Ball gets kicked over to red side. Crushinator dribbling that with little difficulty there. Setting up a shot, coming in, almost scores it. But some good defense. Just barely saved Team Blue from getting scored on again. Team Blue giving everything they got, but is it going to be enough as Crushinator's just nailing these angles? Kal-El coming in, making opposition there for that ball, setting up a shot. Is anybody going to be able to capitalize? Not happening. Crushinator comes in and knocks it back. Not quite going to make it back over to side blue, though. As it pops up in the air, Joey's able to get some contact on it. We're getting a shot set up. Fomir trying to hit it. Misses. Crushinator getting good defense on that. Phil trying to come back in, but Crushinator's already driven the ball back over to the blue side. Veggie Medley trying to get in position to play some defense here as this ball looks to be coming straight over to blue goal. Kal-El kicking it up and over, getting it back over to the red side. Joey setting it up right in front of the goal. Little too high, going to roll right over. Kal-El trying to get on that ball, not happening. Veggie Medley setting it up, gets another score. We have 4-2, folks, with 59 left. So we see 2 goals coming back. This is a much closer game than we've come to expect with Sean's Cuddle Buddies. We'll see if right here we can't see the first threat of even a loss. Even just a threat of a loss for our team with the MVP. Veggie Medley, perfect setup right there. And with 55 seconds left, we have a game, folks. This is 4-3. 4-3 right here. We are just 1 goal down with Team Blue with 3 unanswered coming from Spinny Boys. This has been some excellent Rocket League action here. Things look to be a little bit more evenly matched. We don't see anybody out there calling themselves the MVP. We see somebody playing like an MVP and a team actually doing their best to win a game. Crushinator coming in to go ahead and distance that lead. It's 5-3. There's still 44 seconds. We're now seeing these goals scored in what looks like 10-second increments, so there's quite a bit of ball left to be played here. Ball gets popped up into the air over to the red side. Crushinator coming to try to play some defense on it. Missing it. Joey. Is he going to capitalize? No. Crushinator almost owned goals, but is able to get it out of there off of that side. Crushinator lining it up. Scores it. Not looking so hot for Spinny Boys right now. Looks like Crushinator felt a lull in his action. Wasn't going to cut it in this one, and he's really dialing up the aggression at this point. We saw 3 unanswered from Spinny Boys. Now we've seen 2 unanswered from Crushinator. Crushinator getting in a collision there. Joey taking advantage of that and kicking the ball over far red. Fomir coming in, getting contact on that ball. Popping it up. Joey's going to do his best to get in there. Fomir trying to slow down to use the back of his car. Not happening. Kal-El going to back up. Not enough. 3 unanswered from Crushinator, folks. That's 7 goals in this one match by Crushinator alone. You know, it took us a little while over the weekend to get this field cleaned up after Confucius Ass Cheeks had just been clapped left and right all over it and busted all up and down the field. We had to have our maintenance staff come out and do a thorough re-sweeping of DFH Stadium. It's all cleaned up, nothing hazardous on the field. It's in perfect working condition today, folks. Crushinator dribbling the ball to just keep it out of the way. Sean's Cud Buds easily going to roll away with that one. What I did like there, though, as we saw a lot of action on the part of Spinny Boys getting 3 goals. And I believe that's actually the most we've seen scored against Sean's Cuddle Buddies, which is pretty impressive. We see there Phil being the most carried man in America, getting 2 assists, but no scores of his own. All 3 other competitors scoring. Kelly, 8 shots, 7 goals. That's incredible. That's just incredible accuracy on the goal, making the most of his situation. He sees it, he enacts it, it scores. Incredible work, folks. We got 30 seconds before we hop into this next match, hoping to see some more of that life out of the Spinny Boys. I think they left a lot on the field to fill. But I think they left also some reasons to be, aggressive and confident going into this next match. So far, whenever Sean's Cuddle Buddies have gone up against an opponent, it's just been an all-out cheek clapping up and down the field. And so far, Spinney Boys have put up quite a good contest, 7-3. Most of those goals coming late. But what I like to see there is from Spinney Boys, we saw a lot of burst in one set with those 3 goals coming back to back to back. So if they could string together something like that and also play some good defense, we could see at least the threat of competition here against Sean's Cuddle Buddies. And we're off. We're going to get Crushinator making contact on that ball right off the get-go. Joey over there in the corner trying to do his best to defend it. One of the things you can really see differs here between Kelly and all other competitors is that experience in these corners where goals can be so easily scored. We see here he knows full and well that no team's going to be able to deal with that ball defensively. They're going to try to back up and reposition themselves. So he just takes what's there, slows down, lets the ball run its course, and then scores on it when it's there. This game can cause you to be a little bit frantic when in reality, just like most things in life, if you slow down, take stock of what's going on in the situation, you're going to be better off in the long run. Here we see Kyle and Veggie Medley being aggressive, trying to get on that ball and get it out of the blue zone. One of the things that's different about these 2v2s as compared to a match with 3 competitors is there's really no goalie. You both just kind of have to play man-to-man, and as the ball rushes over like it is now, you just have to play in on that. We see Joey getting really good contact on the back of Kelly's car to throw him off position in what would have been a very scoreable moment. And now he's able to actually defend that. Is blown up in the process, but that's going to be a score, folks, right there. That's why you see it is so important to contest shots. You're going to see Crushinator's able to come in, almost hit that ball, but Joey tail swipes him, throws that ball back into the middle, and he's able to come around and even in the explosion get enough contact on it to send it down the field and tie this up 1-1. Phil there, knowing they're coming in to get good contact, puts good defense on it. Crushinator and Phil playing excellent defense here as both Kale and Joey get strikes on the goal. But we're seeing great Spinney Boys defense here too. They're not going down without a fight, folks. This is the most we've seen Sean's Cuddle Buddies even threatened, with several close shots on the goal. And there you see Joey getting a little bit more comfortable with some of these corners, able to come in and get right angles on some of those things. And we're seeing a lot more aggressive shots right here. So close. Crushinator able to get in there last minute with that turbo. That turbo is so important too, just that experience to be able to run that exactly when you need it. Because if you use it too much, you're going to be without it in a pivotal moment. And if you don't use it enough, you're always going to be behind. So you can see the experience, you can see the practice, you can see where Kale and Joey have come into this, not taking it lightly, knowing they're going up against some fierce competition, and have done an excellent job. You'll see there with just those wall clears, just an excellent job of practicing, of getting themselves in the right position. I really like their chances in this league. Crushinator sending the ball back towards his own goal in an effort to get a better position on it, sending it down, setting himself up nicely, but Joey's going to get contact on that to pop it up. Phil just enjoying the ride, chasing the ball around the field. Someone exploded. We couldn't see that on camera, but it's looking like that was Kale. Yes, it was. Coming back in, gets a good hit on it, setting it up for a shot. We'll see what happens here. Crushinator popping that over the other side of the goal to make sure that that's not scoreable. We still have a tie here, folks, with 2.5. You're starting to see where that defense is paying dividends, where this isn't a match that's running away with goals everywhere. Both teams feeling like they've got a good beat on each other, able to play that man-to-man. Kale and Joey doing a really great job of knowing when to hang back, when to separate, when to get the right angles. Crushinator coming in, dribbling this ball determinedly, getting it set up in the middle of the field. Oh, and that's nice body contact. Remember, that's something people forget about in this game. Your car can make contact with another car, and sometimes, rather than play to the ball, it's worth playing your man, getting the ball set up a position for your teammate. Joey and Kale doing a nice job of remembering that tonight. Crushinator with those just amazing reflexes to that ball, able to pop that up, really get a hold of it. Kale and Joey playing some excellent defense. Phil getting a nice, good defense on that to send that back over blue, setting up Crushinator, but a little bit too much contact on that ball as it sends it all the way back down to red. Crushinator, of course, using that boost sparingly, able to get it cleared. But this is going to be a close one, folks. Kale taking advantage, and we actually have our first lead on Sean's Cuddle Buddies. You start to wonder here, is this level of competition starting to be a little bit too much, where you have a team that is very, very lopsided? You have a very new player to this game and a very experienced player to this game teamed up together on Sean's Cuddle Buddies, whereas Kale and Joey seem to be pretty evenly matched as a team. It makes for a very interesting match dynamic. As it stands right now, if this runs out, we will have a 1-1, and this will be the first match that Sean's Cuddle Buddies wouldn't have not only run away with, but not won. Crushinator popping that up. Joey and Kale just playing conservative defense right now. Vegemedley missing that contact on it, but Kale coming in with a nice save. We're at 30 seconds, folks. We see an explosion. The MVP is not on the field right now. That's incredibly important. Oh, Kale's got to be just sick about that one. Perfectly set up to ice this match. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Crushinator, good contact. Kale, good defense. And a miss there. Crushinator coming back to get it, but it's just a bit high. Crushinator capitalizing to tie it up. 11 seconds, folks. No one scores in the next 11 seconds. We're going to overtime in match 2. Looking back, Kale's got to be sick about that close goal there. Just wasn't in position, not able to respond to the ball on time for a perfect setup from Joey. It happens, folks. It happens. Vegemedley trying to get it set up. Crushinator not having it. Pops that ball off. Going to try to make a quick score here. Joey not going to allow it. We're going to overtime, folks. What an exciting match. This is what the Honor League is all about. Crushinator coming and popping that off. The crowd going wild as it flies in the air because both of these teams are looking very evenly matched right now. Fomir coming in and getting some contact. Fomir looking for his first goal of the night. Crushinator getting that crazy air contact, but nothing doing there. Joey kicking this ball further down the field. Fomir off of Vegemedley's dribble. The ball's popping up in the air. Crushinator trying to get that air contact, but nothing doing there. This is where you can see the nerves, folks. You'll notice before in this game, when not everything was on the line with one goal, there was a lot more ground ball here, not as much air antics. Very close to icing it right there. Kale seeming to gain composure, driving this up the wall to keep it out of play. Doing a great job of dribbling, but Crushinator's able to round the field, come back, and knock it back over. Very close to scoring. Is he going to do it? No, misses wide right. Joey coming in with his dribble. Getting back on the ball. Crushinator back in here. No, sorry, that was Fomir. Fomir getting contact on the ball. Crushinator was set up to play defense. This is the first time we really see Crushinator even had to back up to that goal and face any reasonable competition. Vegemedley getting good contact on it. Sending it over red. Popping it up. Trying to get it in position, but Crushinator getting contact on it to send it back over blue. Perfect angle on the goal. Joey, perfect defense, sending that wide left. Folks, we are a minute 32 over regulation time. This is a very competitive match. And an explosion right there. This is going to be huge because now Crushinator has the ball, trying to take advantage, but Kale, the Rainbow Racer, flying in to send that over. It's huge in those moments in a 2v2 when somebody's car blows up because you're down a teammate, and there are 2 against 1, which is just not favorable. You really would hope to see, when that happens against Crushinator like it did earlier, that Joey and Kale score. But nothing doing so far. We're 2 minutes over regulation time, folks. And what has so far been a stalemate. Several threats on the goal, but nothing quite yet scored. Remember, this is sudden death. Kale coming in, dribbling that down. Fomir getting a good hit on it. Fomir starting to get some more contact as we get late into these games. Crushinator contact on the ball, setting it up. Kale's going to try to get air on it, but not happening. It's so close. Oh, Joey just barely able to save that off the corner. Crushinator getting set up. Kale misses. Joey getting contact. Phil almost scores, but Joey's just able to keep him out of the goal. This is incredible, folks. This defense is just next level. This is what we need to see, folks. Not just crazy offense. but defense. You can tell this has been a defensive match because whereas in almost all of their matches, Sean's Cuddle Buddies have threatened double digits. Oh, no, and Joey's going to be sick if that scores. It doesn't. Oh, just able to get it out of there. I'm on the edge of my seat, folks. We're 3 minutes over regulation time as that ball just pops out. Oh, what an angle. Is it going to do it? Not happening. Kicked out to the left. This is a defensive match, folks. Sean's Cuddle Buddies have threatened double digits in most of their matches, and in this one, we see a 2-2 stalemate between two teams who know what they're doing. God, I would love to see this go to a match 3. Joey getting just an incredible hit on the corner of that goal to pop that out of there. Kicking it back around, trying to get set up. Crushinator coming in, trying to get the angle on it. It's going to come down to this, folks. Nothing doing. Joey making body contact to kick Phil out of the way, but Crushinator taking advantage to come in and drive that ball. Kale getting a good pop there, sending that far over right. We're about to approach 4 minutes overtime here, folks. Popping it up, too high, but it may be a good setup. Joey misses it. Crushinator getting air contact. What an angle we've got here. Kale sending it back over. Oh, and Crushinator just able to nose that ball over to far right. Popping that over for a setup. Got to be careful here. The crowd's going wild. This is what you pay for, folks. It's moments like these that we thank our sponsors. Coors Light with a K and White Claw with a K. Kale, excellent aerial move there. You can tell practice has been done by the Spinny Boys. Crushinator's going to end this, and we have iced this match. What competition. I'll tell you this match is going to send Spinny Boys down to the losers bracket, but I have a lot of confidence in their game going there. Remember that our final series can include one of the losers bracket winners. That winner gets a match to decide if they go into the championship. This is big stuff here, folks. Big stuff here. That's going to be it for tonight. We have 2 wins for Sean's Cuddle Buddies. We see them in very close competition on the second one. The first one they kind of ran away with. You almost kind of wonder if Spinny Boys wish they just had that next match to kind of get warmed up and get going. You hear the crowd chanting, we want more, and we're sorry, but it's a best 2 out of 3, and 2 went to Sean's Cuddle Buddies. I agree. I'd love to see more of this action. Can't wait for some of these matches coming up this week. We're going to have matches tomorrow. We're going to have matches Wednesday. Looking just like the competition's so much more squared up, so much more competitive. We're not seeing these blowouts, hopefully, anymore. So tune in tomorrow. We'll see you back here on Honor League 2020. Thank you, and good night.